This is my humble submission that your Lordship must exercise flexibility. The usual case law getting to recusal is inapplicable in these cases. As a matter of fact, I will tell you very, very respectfully. If there are parties, and if there are, who do not want or who do not wish to see you hear this matter, please walk out. You are not the only judges in the country. Let another panel of judges be appointed to hear this matter. My Lord, if I can say so, very respectfully refer to my own history. When you reach my age, you keep on looking at your history. I remember there were one or two expatriate judges, colonial judges. The moment you said to him, or yeah, to him, Your Lordship, I would like you to hear this matter. I want you to excuse yourself. His response was, okay, Khaminnwa, if you don't want me to hear this case, let another judge here. That is the attitude. Those of us who have had the advantage of receiving higher education know when you're dealing introduction of philosophy, you are taught that perception, the first course you take is perception and reality. Perception and reality. When you're studying philosophy, perception is a very important concept when it becomes the arena of politics. Reality may be completely different. And indeed, I believe it is different in the case before the Lordship. I appear before you very often. I have never entertained any idea about your standing in relation to justice. But the perception now that has been painted by my able learned friends, clients, Mr. Jacob View, Mr. Kibe, and Mr. Natalia, that there is a sizable portion of the Kenyan population which will not be happy to hear you sit and listen to this case at all. And may I remind Your Lordship very respectfully, impeachment is all fate of the country. There's no way you can move away from that at all. I would respectfully refer you to a book I've taken the trouble to read.
Your Honor, sorry for the interruption. We are muted again. Perhaps we could be unmuted so that we follow the proceedings.
I wonder why it has happened in respect of Khaminnwa. Can I speak now? Can I speak?
Yes. You know the book.
Yes.
Yes. Your Honor, there is a book here, Politics of Presidential Impeachment. Politics of Presidential Impeachment. I've taken the subject during the weekend to read this book. Impeachment is politics of the country. There's no way you can to move it from the court to the council. And that's what I'm saying very shortly. That as you have been told, there are some people who feel very strongly that you need to have a case. Get out. Let us get out of justice to hear the case. You have no best to do this in the matter. There's no reason for you to remain in the case when other people you want you to hear the case at all. May I remind you, my lords, we are hearing impeachment cases, advocates to be able to think broadly and bring to your notice the culture of the people that you are serving. There is a little song that is a song that is sung by a little girl in Kenya. Those of us who listen to the Kenyan radio may have heard of it. He says in Kiswahili, Kenya ni nchi ya watu wa akili kidogo. He thinks very beautifully. Kenya ni nchi ya watu kidogo. Na wanataka kitu kidogo ndio fanye kitu. Majority of our people are not the people who are in this country. Majority of our people are people who have not had the advantage of receiving the education, the training, that the judges and the advocates, the members who are leading to them. And as one of my friends very aptly pointed out, majority of the people believe that the case before you has been engineered by the politics of the country. And if some of them believe that your lordship cannot hear them, again, I say to you very, very respectfully, you stand to lose much. You better leave the case, let other people hear the case, and you continue to maintain the will. My Lord, to go back to the politics of Ibichu, this matter was passed as in National Assembly. National Assembly very overwhelmingly stated that the deputy president had to be impeached. It was then referred to the Senate, and the Senate again said very overwhelmingly that the deputy president was impeached and convicted him. My Lord, the stories that one hears in the streets of Nairobi, the stories that one hears elsewhere, you can't afford to deny everything. Stories that members of parliament were each given handsome amount of money. That may be so, or may not be so, but it doesn't matter. They have made the point. The members of parliament received bribes, and they handed down a decision which majority of people believe that it was a corrupt decision. You cannot afford to ignore that. Now, when you go to the Senate, you are told the same thing, that members of the Senate received money in what is called quite partial, quite partial. They received money from known people. Again, you cannot afford to do that at all. Now, when they come to the judiciary, they expect the best. They expect people who have got integrity. They expect people who can hear them and who they cannot suspect at all. But if then they are suspecting some people, whether truthfully, whether honestly or not, it is my humble submission, the natural thing as a judge, if I was sitting where your lordship are sitting, I would say, as Khaminnwa, I'm walking out. You will not say it. It is the judiciary that people have got confidence in. Like when I remind you, Lordship very respectfully, it is a division that people of Kenya actually are respectful. It is a division of judges that people think that we can do good in Kenya. When we had a program in the year 2007, it is a division that served the country. When we had a program recently during the time of President Uhuru Kenyatta, and the matter went to the Supreme Court, it is again the judiciary that saved the country. Now, if you find that people now are questioning the very institution of the judiciary, it's my humble submission that as a judge, just say thank you, I'm moving out. That does not necessarily mean that there is something wrong with you at home. And as I said, my Lord, I've spent many years appearing before your Lordship with the Justice of Order in Mombasa. At no time did anybody ever open his mouth and say to me that, Khaminnwa, this Justice of Order is this, is this, is this, is this. Nobody ever did it. My Lord, Mr. Justice Mulimo, I've had the privilege of appearing before you in many cases. There are cases where you have given me ruling. There are cases where you have not given me orders at all. But at no stage did I ever entertain an idea that there is something wrong with Justice Mulimo. We have confidence in all of you. But now we have this concept of perception. There are some people who feel very strongly that Justice Ogola should be out. Justice Mulimo should be out. I think that now say I'm letting you not dismissing against you. I'm one who has fought for rights of women. And I kept on shouting very loudly that we want women judges. And I won't have the fortune of appearing before you very often. I was sorry, my memory is letting me down. But my Lord, may I say, I have had the opportunity of appearing before you. And may I say this most, my Lord, if you go and check the Judicial Service Commission records, you will not find a single letter from John Khaminnwa complaining against any judge. I have never done such a thing at all. It's because I've got confidence in our judges. I've got confidence in our magistrates that they deliver justice. But I'm just saying you, my Lord and my lady, if at this time we have some people who feel very strongly in the camp because they may not get justice before you at all, please walk out. Don't continue here. And indeed, the people who are saying that your Lordship or my lady do not hear this case, when they are speaking, you cannot really criticize them. They have got some valid complaints. My Lord, United States of America, which I had the opportunity and the privilege of respecting and studying their jurisprudence, they gave me additional legal education. United States of America, which has an impeachment provisions like Kenya, for 200 years, there is no president or deputy president who has been impeached, and the impeachment has succeeded. None at all. None at all. Kenya, a young country, which got the first constitution involving impeachment provisions, came into operation in 2010, and in 2024, we are now being told the deputy president has been impeached successfully, has been found guilty. Is it unreasonable to suspect there is something wrong? Is it unreasonable to suspect that someone is doing something wrong? I think one may be a nut. May not be properly educated. But it's a deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Why should he be the first one within such a short time to be impeached in the country? Isn't there, can't be suspected something wrong? That you're not doing some things properly. That America, which has had impeachment provisions for 200 years, has never successfully convicted someone for impeachment after a position.
Thank you, Dr. Khaminnwa. Thank you very much.
And may I say thank you, but may I say with your respect, I would appreciate if you could hold Mr. President. Thank you.
Just 2 minutes, brothers. In considering this application for refusal, I pray that you bear in mind the following. One, your brother, Mr. Justice Judge of Wisdom, your brother, Mr. Justice Gambi, your brother, Mr. Justice Mwongo, sitting separately, each one of them was persuaded that the petitions and the notices of motion asking for conservatory orders raised weighty constitutional issues. That is why this bench was constituted. Those weighty issues await full arguments by both sides for the court to resolve. Number two, the weighty issues are around the petitioner applicant, the deputy president, challenging and seeking to have the impeachment quashed. In the interest of time, I will not restate those weighty issues. They are in the record, but they are there. Challenging the impeachment and seeking to have the impeachment quashed. For the sake of this country, today and going forward, those are issues that must be heard and adjudicated by a bench that has no issues of bias, apparent or real, being raised. So for that reason alone, please accede to the set up to adjudicate the position.